everybody.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and ring that bell so that you know when we're on. And subscribe, guys. We are just under 10 subscribers. 10 subscribers till we get 300. We're not just under 10 subscribers. Okay, that was a while ago. Although
eight
when I first started, I didn't think there would be 10 subscribers. I didn't think that that would be the case. So we're happy to be this close to 300. So help us get there and join us on the ride, guys. Today we've got Baron Grimm. How you doing, Baron Grimm?
Hey, Baron.
Great. How are you guys? Glad to be here.
Funny that you're on another Marvel show. You know, didn't you get enough out of the last one?
You know, I just can't get enough of the spotlight, Nerdy Couch.
Lord Tyneri is here. Thank you for joining us, buddy.
Lord.
Shotgun, how you doing?
Doing good. Keeping rocking.
And Lord Tyneri says, how you
Boobs
doing?
is doing good.
How you doing, Boobs?
Boobs?
Boobs is not at home right now.
I can juggle.
Holy.
Oh, wow.
I thought this was PG.
Oh, sorry, we can't.
Sorry.
Boobs is gone.
I thought I didn't have to ban anyone, but for anybody who doesn't know, I recently found out just moments ago that I could change people's names on here. And, Rob here has been the victim of that.
I have.
You're so juvenile. So
We're here.
Poor shotgun.
What are we here to do, guys? What are we here for?
We are here to review
We're here.
the most watched so far Marvel show on Disney Plus.
That'd be Loki. Good old Loki.
Good old Loki.
Just came out on Wednesday. If anybody hasn't seen it,
Spoiler
if
alert.
anybody has not seen this show, go back and watch it. Catch us on the replay. Don't want to spoil anything for you guys because we're going to be going through that today. But first, let's give another shout out to Nev's Epilepsy Fundraiser. So we will be in 1 week's time or less than 1 week ending the prizes for that. So make sure that you go down to the GoFundMe in the description, make a donation, and you will be in for those prizes. If you want to see a full list of prizing, go down to the video, Neb's Epilepsy Fundraiser video, and you will see that there. And thank you to everybody who's already done what they can for this charity. It goes to get Shotgun's little daughter a epilepsy support dog. So let's do our best to help her out. So real quick, Tynerius says, let's talk about Owen Wilson being in a Marvel movie.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
I love it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, actually. I'm a fan of Owen Wilson, and I think he did a great job in this. I know Tynerius had mentioned to me earlier on another day that it was a bit weird, but I think it was a good weird.
It was, yeah. It felt really solid. I didn't realize it was him right away there because most of the shots were a little far away and you couldn't see the nose. But I quickly figured it out. And, I was interested to see where it was going. I was missing out on. I don't know if I just didn't catch it, but I was waiting for a wow.
Yeah, it was probably hard for him not to do that.
Yeah,
it's probably hard not to write it in somewhere just out of nostalgia.
I feel like it might be there.
It might be there still.
Yeah, there's time.
It's early.
So
I enjoyed it. With him being. I like him a lot in other movies, and I enjoyed his character.
Yeah, I think it was a good weird. Let's jump into it. As we all know, because we've seen it, Lord Tenarius is going to cover up Shotgun's face for a second. We discussed this
I get to
earlier.
mess around.
I don't know how to fix it. So he says, I know. It was the right. It was
I think
always
knew
the
it
voice.
right away. Yeah, the voice.
Yeah. That voice, you know it when you hear it.
Oh, sorry.
So this
The only problem is I can make faces until you take it away, and then people say my
you don't
face.
know when I'm going to take it away. So all of a sudden, Shotgun's got to put his clothes back on.
Yeah.
Real quick.
You have pants on?
Should it? No, I mean.
Oh no, nobody has pants on.
You can't see.
No.
Bottom down, you can't see. There's no point.
Nobody wears pants on these.
You know, it's getting warm too.
Yeah, man.
You know, you got to make yourself comfortable. So there's proof right there.
Oh yeah, bare legs. He even shaves them.
So this.
So we're in New York City.
He does a lot of swimming, Rob.
I know.
We're in New York City. All right.
We are. Yeah.
Back in the 2012, which tells you what?
That maybe we're just flipping back a little bit.
Yeah.
Avengers.
Yeah, I gotta say, I really enjoyed them starting the show this way, with a little bit of a kickback to the what's that one called? Endgame.
I just watched it.
That movie.
A little bit of a brain fart there. What's interesting is that they're not the actual original shoots from that. Like they're legit different shots, right? I know that because I looked it up.
Yeah, I thought it looked a bit different.
I was reading that as well. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we're back at the portion of the Endgame where they've apprehended Loki, and he does that little change in that mockery of Steve Rogers.
Yeah.
Which
it was good.
I thought was really cool. Monica says, "Hey there."
Hello, Monica. Welcome to the stream.
Hi, Mon.
Welcome. I know that you absolutely love coming on and supporting us. You know, even though there's probably zero chance of us mentioning or showing She-Ra on the show. It did happen. Rob pulled the She-Ra thing out of a loot crate.
Yeah.
So that's fine.
Nice.
So I just like the way they started this. And then they all go down the elevator, and big old Hulk can't do it, so he gets all pouty, right? And then they escort him downstairs. That whole thing with Ant-Man happens where it knocks the Tesseract out, and he grabs it, and then portals.
Done.
So
poofs away.
You know, I enjoyed them putting this portion of Endgame in this. Kind of gives a little bit of context for somebody who might not have seen Endgame. You know,
it was a good opening scene.
Good start, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
well, speaking on not seeing Endgame or whatever, how have you caught up there, Shotgun? Are you all up to date?
I wouldn't say 100%. You can't see my face anyway, so I can lie if I wanted to. But I'm not 100%, but I'm getting there. I have seen Endgame, so I know exactly what's going on.
You're caught up enough for this one so far. I haven't seen anything that's too, in depth that you wouldn't understand, right? Monica's saying something about thoughts about Matt Damon playing Loki. That's not in this, Monica.
Ridiculous.
That was ridiculous. Well, it was in Ragnarok. He played Loki in a play.
Oh yeah.
So I think that's what you're referring to. It's definitely not Matt Damon here. If it is, real great makeup.
Yes.
Very good makeup.
So
Gobi Desert.
We're in the Gobi Desert in Mongolia. Where, you're gonna find those mongoloids, like our buddy Derek. So
the boobs.
What happens here, guys? You see that portal open up in the sky?
He came in pretty fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He comes hurtling from the sky and hitting the ground, much like Tony Stark did.
That's what I thought too, like the first Iron Man.
Yeah.
He's lying there with parts all around him.
Very much like he did in that first Iron Man movie. I enjoyed how they kind of homaged that almost. You know what I mean?
I didn't even catch that. It's beautiful.
I think this show...
Dan catches those things.
You know, I only watched the show like 15 times to get ready for these things. And then I still forget stuff. I think there's a lot of homages and little like pulls from here and there type deal.
Mm-hmm.
So the what are they? The
TVA.
Yeah, but these guys are the Minutemen who work for the TVA. Not to be confused with what Monica calls me. I don't know. You want to know? But yes, she seems to be the leader of, or a higher up member of the Minutemen, and she's going to use her little scanner to tell her if there's something, an anomaly, a variant.
Damn variants.
Yeah,
those things are pretty cool, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of this is I'm going to get confused with like the DC's Time Bureau.
Oh yeah.
Because it's just much easier to say. So they're going to continue. They're going to count him as a variant. Lord Tynerius says, or maybe that was the desert he did travel through. I'm not sure what desert Tony traveled through.
Mm.
Monica says, I saw the pic on the internet, so it's true about the Matt Damon thing. So,
yeah, Matt Damon.
It must be.
I think that Monica just wants all the hunks to play all the roles.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people that are very attracted to Tom Hiddleston.
Oh, yeah, I really.
Teresa Mike. I don't know who this person is. Probably some sort of troll.
Troll.
Probably.
Oh, no, that's not a troll. That's a fan.
She probably has a shrine of Baron Grimm.
Looking like a superstar. Real quick, I will say that Baron Grimm is definitely looking like a superstar with his fancy aviators. So,
and then
very much
mug he has.
If you're going to be a Baron, you got to do it right.
Yeah, definitely.
And that mug takes you to the next level. Right there, that's awesome. I like that thing.
Goodness,
nice.
How did we ever get you on the show?
That is good.
I'm pretty sure we're only a couple shows away before this is Grim Couch and not Nerdy Couch. I think he's going to take over.
Yeah, well,
I'll buy him. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. He's a pretty high valued character. So like, you know, if he wants something, he just acquires it.
Yeah.
So we've got the Time Bureau, the Minutemen.
She's not very nice.
Trying to apprehend Loki. Right after Loki tries to kind of make this grand gesture about how he's here to, you know, rule just like he does everywhere else, right?
God.
Yeah.
You know? And
yeah, he thinks he's important.
He is important.
To himself.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
So something that I noticed right away was that she has her baton set to a different setting than the others do.
Mm.
I never noticed that.
Yeah, hers is glowing purple, whereas the others are glowing orange. The difference between that we will find out very shortly. Because Loki doesn't want to go with them.
Well, I mean, people appear out of nowhere. I don't really want to go with them either, unless they have like puppies or cookies, maybe
some
Turkish
sort of
delight.
refreshment. It's the desert. They could have brought him a drink.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a little glass of water,
right?
maybe.
But I think that they expected that because she's kind of got hers on stun mode. She smacks him across the face with it, leaving him
That's
in
funny.
pretty much this state for quite a while.
It was great. It was
Something
great.
I wish that we could just play a video of, but we all know how that turns out.
Mhm.
Just brilliant.
She comes out very aggressive. Like there's not a lot
she
of
does.
explanation.
Like right hot out the gate.
Yeah.
You know, but they're aware of who he is, right?
So she said something about it going in slow-mo, but he could feel every, like, the pain in real time.
Danger. Yeah, right here we can see that where when she's putting that collar on, and she says, "You're now moving at 1/16th speed."
Oh wow!
Feeling the pain in real time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and she's got him staying like that for quite a while actually before he drops to the ground, and then she picks up that tesseract and is unaffected by it.
Mm-hmm.
So, like they've got some sort of power there, right?
It doesn't seem to know what it is.
No, it doesn't seem to care what it is.
No.
Nope.
You know, it's just in his possession. And then they drop down one of those time grenades, I'm going to call them.
Yeah.
You need to come up with the blueprints. You could sell these on a 6-pack on Amazon and be rich.
Yeah, because who doesn't want to reset the timeline a little bit?
Something happened, you didn't like it, you just drop it, hit it, go. Yeah.
I think you're
Forget
right.
it. Yep.
I would be your first customer if you're selling
For sure.
time reset.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I think everybody was. Hold on 1 second, guys. What are you up to?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I know. She's trying to prove the Matt Damon thing to me.
Only on Nerdy Couch.
Sweetheart, we're all fans.
Not that
we
unicorn again, is
we
it?
know this stuff. No, but it is a bunny. Come here. Okay, guys, this is what I get.
I don't want to be seen on camera.
This is what I get. Come on now.
You're a
Sporting
bunny.
the Nerdy Couch shirt.
Oh,
It is warm.
bunny.
So the Easter bunny comes by from time to time, but she sheds, and this is what she wears when she sheds.
Camera.
She's like, "Hey, look,
yeah.
it's Matt
Okay,
Damon."
Matt Damon does play Loki.
Yes,
Yes.
but we've discussed
but
this already.
His face is a little too wide for it.
Speaking of stranger danger, Monica, I think that Easter Bunny, who is not Monica at all.
Oh my gosh.
All right, look. Unless you have candy, you know the rules. You know.
Oh.
Are you seeing that? I think that's
It paused too.
I saw it.
that's
I feel like that
definitely-
spouse will be.
and it's recorded, right? I've
Yeah,
got
It paused.
It is.
Like it freezed at that time. So it was like
It didn't freeze. She has so much power, it froze the world.
He was
All
moving
right.
at 1/16 speed
Um,
right there and feeling the pain in real time.
At this point, I would like to order a 6-pack, Rob. Shotgun, I'd
Yeah.
like to
All right.
order a 6-pack of these.
I'll be right on it. It won't be cheap.
How's it going, Double Income? Thank you for joining us. If you're not aware of Double Income, he has got a sweet YouTube channel. Go check him out. He says
Just so
He also
you
has a kitty mask.
He says he
Meow.
has
so you
a
haven't missed
kitty
anything
mask?
double income. These will be going on the market as a 6-pack, so you can change time.
you can reset the time anytime you'd like with these, and that's what you're seeing here.
Okay.
Let's move on from the abuse. All right. So you've added like an extra like 10 minutes to the show, Monica. I mean, Easter Bunny, thanks.
Easter Bunny.
It's what I call the Easter Bunny. Loki's been apprehended.
Yeah, again.
Yeah.
Brings.
He's brought.
How many times in his life?
Yeah. He's brought into the time bureaus. I'm just going to call them that because it's easier. Where they have lovely decor, by the way.
Yeah.
How hard is it to remember TVA?
Yeah, I know.
TVA.
It's like television with an A on the end.
All right, TVA.
Yeah, you can't.
Loki tries to get away.
Can't do
it. Yeah, of course you do. I tried to get away.
Not too successfully though.
She has a rewind button.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She has that remote from Click.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
That's what.
Oh god, yeah.
Obscure.
Wow.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice. Nicely placed. And she clicks her little button, and he comes zooming back because she's controlling this time variant. Clicks him back right to the spot. No matter how many times he tries to get away, he zap back. And then this guy, who I think played a great part.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I think that he was almost one of my favorite people in the show. He's given the Tesseract, and he doesn't even know what it is. It's like, what? Can you tell me what it is at least so I can file it? Again, unaffected by touching it. And then Loki is placed in a room with this thing, and if you don't,
adorable.
If you don't
weird.
immediately think about Fallout when you see this thing, then you're doing it wrong. I don't know.
Yeah. I had full Fallout feels the whole time I was watching this little robot smiling and such.
This thing is straight out of Fallout.
Would you want one though? Wouldn't you want one in your house?
Man,
I don't know. So far, all we've learned is that it deletes your clothes.
Yeah. Yeah.
That could be handy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it could get expensive too.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Because it strips him down.
Especially if it's high quality Asgardian leather.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, which Loki does state, and it doesn't matter.
No.
Because this stuff is deleting some high quality Asgardian clothing. So, and then comically, as you can see, he's standing on a hatch. They just drop him into the next room, and he just automatically has like
uniform.
Yeah.
Prison clothes on, right?
Prison garb.
So, yeah, I thought all of this was very comedic. Because the room he's in now has just got this nerd.
Hey.
It's a derogative term.
He had a cat. There was a cat in that room.
Yeah, he did have a cat. I should have put the cat in. I apologize. But is it a cat? Was it a cat?
I don't know. It could have been a
flurgan.
A flurgan, yeah.
You just never know.
You don't know. 90% of the time, if you see an animal in a Marvel show, don't ever be certain it's an animal. You know, could be a creature from another world.
Right. I mean, there's Skrulls there, so
yeah.
Yes.
Could be a flurgan.
Don't look at a person without assuming they're a person.
That's right.
You know, everyone can be a Skrull.
I'm a Skrull. Yeah.
I thought so. I had my suspicions. This guy here's got a great job.
Yeah, this was a great scene.
Yeah.
Imagine doing this though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything you had to say in life, you had to sign about it.
Monica's like sincerely trying to get me to break down and cry on
Why would you do that?
Like, I don't understand.
Throw that out there.
Monica,
right?
you're covering my face already.
It's because he would be making a cameo somewhere if he could.
For sure.
But what do you guys want to tell me what this guy's job is?
Hey,
seems to be
documents. Go
all
ahead.
at once.
A record keeper of what you say.
That's a great job, eh?
But I feel that stack of paper should be much bigger.
Yeah, considering the age of Loki.
Well, it's 8 print. It's just 8. That's the tiny font.
Just tiny.
Yeah.
So, I mean, now every time Loki says something, another paper is produced, and he has to sign off on that next paper, right? So that makes it appear like there's a sheet every like statement, but I don't think that's the case. That's obviously like you're gonna have full pages of words, right?
Yeah.
It's like full conversations on there. Loki eventually just gives in and signs it and says this is absurd, pretty much.
He signs the top. That's it.
Yeah, he doesn't even sign all the other stuff. Technically, he just signs the other one, right? The very last thing. Yeah. After that's said and done, another hatch drops him down to the next floor, where he meets this shorter fellow who's asking him if he could acknowledge whether he's confirm his own knowledge, I guess, of whether he is a fully robotic being. So he's the robot check, right? Where Loki replies with, do people generally not know that they're robots? Sometimes if you're designed properly.
Dan would know.
You know,
Dan's an authority on robots.
I've been questioning this my whole life, whether I'm a robot.
First time I met Dan, he was trying to build a robot.
I got stories that could prove that he could be a robot.
Yeah.
We could do another show about that.
Yeah. Was
it the Wolowitz hand robot?
Yeah, I don't know. Shotgun, you're like 2 seconds away from being deneuralized.
Oh, sorry.
All right?
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Calm down.
So he's questioning whether he's a robot himself at one point. He's like, yeah, I'm not a robot. I'm going to be fine. Because
what would happen if I was a robot?
If he steps through this and he's not a robot, he's pretty much going to be like just... I don't know how he worded it, but he's going to be destroyed essentially.
You'll be melted from the inside.
Yeah.
If you're a robot, you'll be melted from the inside out.
So
I wouldn't even go through.
You're just going to stay in.
Case.
Just stay in this room.
Yeah, just...
You'll be fine.
Okay, I'll go. I'm leaving.
There's not really a whole lot of exits here, Rob.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lever. Is that a lever there? I don't know. Maybe there's a lever.
He doesn't seem to have a whole lot of control over what's happening to him. As he steps through, this guy offers him this Polaroid, essentially, of what is kind of a capture of his temporal aura. So, I don't know, maybe it's a proof that he has a soul, maybe? Can you have a soul if you're a robot? I don't know.
I don't think you can.
Don't think so.
If
you were an android?
Android, maybe, but full-on robot? You know, we're still trying to figure out whether they can have a conscience, for God's sakes.
Right.
You know, soul? Give me a break. Anyway, he's courted into this next room, which has a lot of lighting.
A lot of lighting.
Yeah.
And a very big line.
Low lit.
Yeah. So it's really dark for the amount of lights.
They're practicing social distancing in this place.
Yeah.
Because that lineup is huge.
Yeah.
For 2 people.
the decor in this place, like they could probably pick any time ever, and they've decided to go with like some 60s really kind of ugly era.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
Very
that's
plain.
interesting. So
I thought when they went in there, it kind of looked like a movie theater, kind of that aspect.
Mhm.
You know,
well, it's definitely like a lineup there. So at the side there, you've got some posters for some propaganda posters. And he's expected to take a ticket, which he does, but the other gentleman does not.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely
refuses
argues it.
definitely should take a ticket.
Yeah, you will find out shortly. If you haven't already seen the show, just take a ticket. Doesn't matter if there's only two people.
Easier that way.
As Loki's coming through, there's a movie playing that is very much like the Jurassic Park
Mhm.
movie. Do you know what I mean?
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Like with the Mr. DNA, you know. And she goes on to explain what's happening here with the timeline and stuff like that, and introduces the Timekeepers.
And the sacred timeline.
Yeah, they are protecting the timeline. And essentially what I got from it is that when somebody goes off their chosen or their path, they become a variant, and then they've got to fix the timeline, right?
Right.
Now, what I thought was interesting, beginning of this, there was a multiversal war where there was many timelines.
Yep.
Mhm.
So they mentioned the multiverse,
Mhm.
but it's been condensed into a single timeline now. So I
Yeah.
wonder where that leaves the multiverse for Doctor Strange.
I think that's what they're opening up to, you know.
Yeah.
And they mention that when somebody goes too far off, it becomes a Nexus event, right? Which is what Scarlet Witch is considered a Nexus being, which means that she doesn't change from timeline to timeline, or regardless what happens, she can control things. And you know, when if I were in one timeline and I went to another timeline, and there was, you know, there would be differences, right? And I believe that's what she's the same no matter what timeline she's on.
Also, when they're talking about the multiverse in that Marvel Strike Force game, they talk about Nexus Earth, which is like the main Earth, kind of, where all of the beings, like if Thor from this multiverse met Thor from Nexus multiverse, Thor from Nexus multiverse would be stronger than this Thor.
Yeah, like
or Nexus Earth, so.
It's different Earths type deal. Like there's like I think the MCU is like Earth 1999 whatever, and stuff like that. So different Earths are recorded by number type deal, right?
Also, if you're playing Marvel Strike Force, join the Grim Allegiance. It's a great guild.
Maybe I'm gonna have to do that. Maybe I'll have to do that. Maybe we'll even show a little bit of that.
It's a good game.
You never know. You never know. And they do explain that if too much of that stuff goes on, you get the multiverse opening back up, which is not what they want. But I do believe it's where it's going to lead.
I think so.
Like they want this multiverse to open up. Danger. This is what happens if you don't get a ticket.
That would suck.
Okay. I thought it was his role was pretty, as short as it was pretty comedic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Kind of arguing with them and saying, "Oh, he didn't give me a ticket. I asked for one."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Classic.
This is what happens when the baton is not on stun. It is not good. And very quickly, Loki's like,
I got a ticket.
I got my ticket.
That was good. So Loki was a bit worried there.
Definitely.
Finally showing a little bit of weakness.
Definitely, definitely submitting a little bit. All right. He's got his ticket. He gets past. And then it clips over to 1549. And they are in France.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And this is where you get to where you really find out that this role is being played by him.
The legend.
And I was happy to see him. Tyneria said that it was a bit of a weird one, but I thought it was a good weird. And I think he fit the role really well. So
yeah.
I was excited.
So he's here with some of the Minutemen, and they're investigating a murder
of Minutemen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it was one of the Minutemen.
Good point.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even actually, when I watched it, consider that I was a Minuteman. I just thought it was just a person. But you're right, because something is killing the Minutemen.
Yes.
Yeah, it's happening a lot.
It's actually a new series that me and Rob are covering.
Something is killing
the Minutemen. Nice.
So, and then they meet this little girl, and he's asking, do you know who did this? And what I thought was cool is that little thing that he made her, kind of showing a little bit of the technology that they have, where he's drawn a little stick man and it's come to life and stuff like that. It's very, very cute. Lord Tynerius says that I agree. I missed seeing him in the movies. Yeah. He should do more roles with Owen Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Zoolander 3.
Yeah, for sure.
That'd be great.
I'm down. If they make a Zoolander 3, we'll cover it.
Yeah.
So, little girl points to the mirror or the stained glass window of the devil.
That's
and instantly, people around the world are going to go, it's Mephisto.
Yes, because he was supposed to be in WandaVision.
Because everybody wanted Mephisto, and they spec'd on Mephisto for forever.
Yeah.
Don't think that's going to be the case.
No.
Owen Wilson.
Never mind. I'll tell you later.
Yeah. After this, we can. Oh yeah. How about we keep the spec? I don't know. Should we talk about speculations?
I think we should.
It's up to you. I'll leave that in your hands. What's that?
We can talk about it. We can talk about speculations at the end of this.
Okay.
Of this I can save my speculation.
Yeah. So before Owen says pretty much, hey, you know what? Don't worry. We're not scared of the devil.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. And takes this candy off of the little girl after seeing that her teeth are glowing. And it's definitely from a different era. So they have to confiscate it. And he says somebody likes leaving gifts,
Yeah.
essentially. So he's like, hey, Minuteman, take this and scan it and stuff. And they're like, we're probably not going to get anything. He's like, give it a try.
Yeah.
Give it a little try.
Find out who's killing them.
Yeah, because whoever is, they're giving away candy.
Future candy.
So if anything's to learn, at least they're giving out candy. He gives a bit of a scan with that the same scanner that the other one had.
Yeah, that variant timeline is approaching the red. Once it hits the red, it's danger.
And it's getting so close that the Minuteman says, we better go type deal, right? But not before this man pops out of his little time door and says, "You got to look at this." And they give him the file for Loki, who was brought in. Let's take a look at this file real quickly. There's a few things, or at least one thing that I want to point out. Under sex, it says fluid.
That's right. That's what has me speculating.
Right? So there is circumstances where there is a female Loki.
That's my wonder.
So I don't know how well that's going to play into this, but it definitely suggests that there's a possibility. Right? Anything else on this card that might be worth looking at?
I don't know. I did not pause it to have a look.
I just want to know, Dan, did you notice these as it was going by? You're just like, "Whoa, look at that fluid," or did you pause it?
I watch things about 1 million times, so
I did not notice that.
Not to mention, I'm literally making these clips.
Yeah.
Right. So it gives me a chance to look at just about everything before I talk about it. I'm not like, am I a genius? That's yet to be determined.
Robot.
Yeah.
He's on to us.
I'm looking at that tag. I don't really see much else. What do you?
Okay. But
I like his last name's on there.
Yeah.
I have a throw to the frost giant thing.
Yeah. Yep. And they do state that when he's brought in and he's talking to the judge. So he's standing in front of the judge here, and something I'll point out is there's these 3 faces, and one of them, the center one, looks a lot like Kang the Conqueror to me.
Absolutely.
Like, did you guys get that from that?
I did not.
Like, it looks like, what's his name that's going to play Kang for sure? Who was it that was rumored to play Kang?
I cannot remember. If one of you guys want to look it up, go ahead. But
anybody,
Matt Damon?
Yeah, it's definitely Matt Damon.
It's Matt Damon.
To me, it kind of looks like Vision.
See, I don't know that there would be a reason for that.
I would imagine that these 3 are those Time Lords.
Yeah, the
Jonathan Majors. Look him up.
I will say that it excites me that the possibility of Kang the Conqueror. He's definitely plays into the whole time aspect, right? So that's something I'd really enjoy. Something I've been waiting to see for a long time. So he's in front of the judges. That's something that we can maybe look back on later and see if maybe we were right about some of these things. It's always a fun game.
Mm-hmm.
They are essentially trialing him now.
And of course, they're asking, he's not taking it serious at all.
Yeah.
No.
They've asked him pretty much, are you guilty? Right? So the response from him is great. He's like, am I guilty? Yes, I'm guilty. For being a god. For being, for thinking this is ludicrous. Yes, I'm guilty of that. And a bunch of other things, and just pretty much making a joke of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I just thought his reaction was just great.
Yeah.
And then he's like, yes, I'm also guilty of, and then he's like,
sticking my chest out.
Right? He's trying to use his powers. He's like, I'm going to end this right now.
Another great scene.
Yeah, they're just laughing at him.
Yeah, the Minuteman lady, the head of the Minutemen there, she's laughing. The judge is like, what's he doing? So I don't think they really know who Loki is. They just know that he's a variant, and
they don't care who he is.
No,
it's just another. It's just another variant.
Yeah,
maybe the only guy that would know is that Owen Wilson character's guy. What's his name?
I honestly can't remember his name.
Mobius M. Mobius.
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 Yes. Correct.
Okay. So Mobius is the only guy I presume that knows really what Loki's capable of.
And I figure because of what we're going to learn soon, they should know him. But
should.
The member of the Minutemen says, I think he's trying to use his powers, and they're giggling at him and stuff like that. And yeah, it's just not working for him. So Mobius here.
Wait.
One moment here while we shout out a new friend here. We've got Dank Comics. Thank you for joining us, Dank. Dank has a really good YouTube channel. He's very knowledgeable. Go check him out for sure. He says the showrunner came from Rick and Morty. He had the most experience with world building than the other MCU TV showrunners. That's really interesting.
Nice.
The old man. The Old Man in Seat was the episode that you can see how Loki is similar. I'm going to have to look into that. That's awesome. Yeah, like I said, Dick has a lot of knowledge when it comes to comic books and stuff like that. And, he's definitely worth checking out. Yeah, Rickon is, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Rick and Morty, but
oh yeah,
Rick in his toilet. That's the episode.
I love Rick and Morty.
Talking about. That's really cool. But thank you very much, Dank. It's really great to have you today. Anyway, Grim, you were going to say something before I went on.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, I was just when I was reading a bit about that judge that was in the courtroom doing the piece around Loki's trial. I don't think we have a shot of maybe of her in general, but
that's about the best we have right now.
From what I was reading, she might play some sort of role with that whole Kang the Conqueror piece around her being a time traveling princess that was linked to Kang in some of the literature.
Okay. Yeah, so that kind of solidifies a little bit more of the possibility of Kang the Conqueror becoming part of the MCU, right?
Yeah, I would think. I'm interested to see, and I mean, even just the scene that she was in where Mobius comes up and kind of chats her up on the stand, it seemed like she might have more of a role.
I tried to get a good pick of that, but it goes back and forth, and you never really get to see them together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The view just changes between them, and I thought this just looks stupid without actually having video. So it's very hard to get those scenes because. But
yeah, she and Mobius had that bit of chemistry while they were kind of having a chat there. So I'm curious to see even just where that piece goes in the story, because I feel like she's going to have some sort of role in this.
Yeah. Well, because when Mobius approached the bench, she knew what he wanted.
Yeah.
And she was pretty much like, if this goes awry, it's on you.
Yeah. If you're thinking what I think you're thinking, it's a bad idea.
Yeah. So, yeah, you're right. You're definitely right about that. So, cool. Thank you.
Yeah. I read sometimes.
C-spot run. So, Mobius obviously takes Loki out, and he's escorting him to another room. They're there's some short banter, but mostly what you get from this scene is that Loki notices this world that Rob lives in, that Boobs lives in.
Boobs.
Showing the immense technology. You know what I mean?
Mm.
He thought there was magic. He says, I thought there wasn't any magic here. He says, there's no magic. It's not magic.
Which means that's all just technology and a whole lot of elbow grease.
Yeah, you're very right, Dank. Yeah, the immense technology, and he's like, Loki's in disbelief. He's like, this is not real.
Mm-hmm.
Type deal, right? He gets courted into this room where there's a little basketball on the table.
Helmet. Pumpkin.
A little Star Wars fighter helmet. Yeah, and they're in this room, and it's kind of like a little projector, and he's kind of flashing the Loki's greatest hits, they call it.
Yeah.
Right. So there's the Avengers, which he's obviously fought. There's that scene during the movies where the Hulk smashes him, and he's offered a drink, and he goes, "Oh, I think I'll take that drink after all." Right?
Mm-hmm.
There's him killing Coulson.
Bastard.
And then a nice little scene, which I thought was funny that they added this in, where he's robbing a plane, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And you find out that it's a bet that he lost to Thor. You see him jumping out of the plane there with the money, and then being beamed up through the Bifrost there.
Mm-hmm.
And it turns out that he was D.B. Cooper. So I thought that's
why they've never found the body.
Yeah. So I thought it was funny that they used it like a real life instance.
Mm-hmm.
It plays really well here.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of. But before we go there, we'll say that Morbius. He what's his name again? It's not
Mobius.
Not Morbius.
It's Mobius. I believe. It's just
the red
it's
pill or
three
the blue
Mobius.
pill? Yeah, there's Mobius.
I think his name is Mobius. Like, I think his middle and last names, as well as his first name.
Well, that's terrible.
Say it. What happens if you say it 3 times?
Mobius M. He makes a comment where they're like, "Hey, this is your greatest hits. You're really good at losing."
Yeah.
Right.
And he's got quite the knowledge of Loki, and he even says, I'm a big fan.
Yeah. Monica says she can't wait for more Rick and Morty. She's definitely lying. I can't wait for more Rick and Morty. She can definitely wait. She hates Rick and Morty.
I'm honestly with Monica on that one. I just can't. I tried.
Yeah, you like something. You don't have to have the same opinion as everyone else.
Nope.
Yeah, but he mentions that he's like, "Oh, I'm a big fan of yours. I'm, I like your witty remarks. It makes you sound smart."
Yeah.
He's like, "I am smart."
But I am smart.
I know.
Yeah, he was funny.
Yeah, he did a great job, I think. And then one of the last things that he shows him is the death of his mother,
Mm-hmm.
Which he says that hasn't happened yet, though. says, well, it does happen. And it's your fault, pretty much. He leads the events to her death. And that's
super emotional.
Yeah. You see some pretty kind of, like you said, emotion coming from Loki that we're not used to seeing. Right? And he's comes to a point where he's asking the hard questions. All right. He's like, do you enjoy hurting people? That's essentially what he wants from you. It's like, do you like what you're doing? Do you like killing people? And at that point, Loki tries to attack him, and he uses his button. But Loki has thrown the chair. Right?
Yeah, that's funny.
Comes back to where the chair was.
Not the furniture.
Yeah. So Loki falls flat on his ass. Morbius helps him up. And in this moment, comes to find out that he might have done a little bit of a mischievous actions here. Maybe doing a little bit of pickpocketing.
Mm-hmm.
Because in that same moment, that lady from the Minutemen comes in, and she's like, I've got a situation, or we've got a situation. He needs to talk to Mobius outside. And as they're doing so, she's saying, keeping this variant is a mistake. Talking to him is a mistake. He says, that's your position, right? They don't agree on that. As they're in the hallway, and he comes back in. No Loki.
Master escape artist.
Yeah. Mischievous scamp. Mischievous scamp. Like, he's just not even upset.
No.
Yeah, he knows about him.
Mischievous scamp. Goes into that pocket, finds out that the button's missing, and Loki's teleported himself out of there into one of those hallways with the poor decor.
Yeah.
He makes his way around to the what I would consider the front office. That's the first place we saw inside of this building. Mm-hmm. And he finds the receptionist guy. He says, give me the Tesseract, or I'll gut you like a fish.
He doesn't know what a fish is.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. He said, what's a fish? It's like, what do you mean you don't know what a fish is? He's like, I just want to know what the threat is before I can assess whether to comply. Right? I don't know what a fish is. I don't know how big the threat is. He's like, I'm gonna kill you. That's the threat.
It's gonna be dead.
You're gonna be dead. And he's like, okay, I don't want to die.
Yeah.
Goes in for the Tesseract and finds in the drawer. Like, this is crazy.
I love this.
Yep.
It's like the teacher's drawer in school.
Yeah.
Yeah, just all the naughty stuff is in there.
Just
so this
full
guy's
of Infinity Stones.
got a collection of Infinity Stones.
Yeah. Some people use them as paperweights.
Yeah. Which Loki picks up and has no effect. We're finding out that magic has no effect here at all.
Yeah.
Right? Infinity Stones are useless. All right. If you look, though, you've got all of the stones except for the Mind Stone here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see any Mind Stones.
A lot of Soul Stones, though.
Yeah. A lot of Soul Stones. Now, somewhere I thought I saw a Mind Stone. Somebody's using a paperweight, and I couldn't find the clip. And I think there's a Mind Stone there. but I'm not sure. I thought I saw that, but I couldn't find the clip of it.
Huh.
Maybe I was rushing, but I don't know what significance that is, that there's fewer Mind Stones. But, there just is.
Maybe there's just a lot more visions out there.
Yeah. Maybe. There's only really, but regardless, this is a pretty massive event that they've got all these stones, and he's starting to ponder whether this is the greatest power in the universe.
Yeah.
If the Tesseract and the stones don't hold any effect here, could it be the most powerful, the greatest power in the universe?
And the fact that these people don't even know what they are, like when he drops when she drops off the cube, catalog this. Well, what is it? That's the Tesseract. Well, that sounds dumb.
Monica says it looks like the dentist office. the fun box where when you're a child and you can get a treat. You get to pick out like an eraser or something.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's definitely contemplating whether, his stance here. Minutemen barge in, and he zaps out just before getting hit. And she actually hits his cart and disintegrates it. And it's funny because his reaction to it is just hilarious. He's like, "You almost hit me." He's like, "I'm not going to forget about this. You're not forgiven."
Yeah.
So I think that's hilarious. Tynerius says maybe they're going to add vision, and we can find out that the Mind Stone is something else entirely.
That'd be interesting.
It would be interesting. I don't know. You got to have the Mind Stone, though. As we know, the White Vision, when he was created, is there 2 Mind Stones now there, or is only, do both of them have a Mind Stone? I don't think so.
No, I think one was like an artificial.
Yeah. He didn't have a Mind Stone, which is why he was all about the mission, I think, right?
Yeah. So yeah, I think that the Mind Stone is going to stay a vision thing for a while, but I cannot say for sure. So when you hit the button, you end up back on the floor. Because you should have put the chair back before you left.
It disappeared. It went right through the wall.
I don't know. It's got to be somewhere. There was 2 chairs. There's no excuse. There's 2 chairs.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's got the Tesseract back.
It was still funny.
Yeah. He's got the Tesseract back, at the very least. And he gets up and he starts playing with the Star Wars helmet.
Mm-hmm.
And he's watching that, replaying that image of his mom, who's passed away. And you can see a lot of emotion in him in these scenes. He goes and he visits an area where his father, on the timeline here. And again, lots of emotion and stuff like that. Goes and looks at his brother. It's going through the family now. All the stuff that, all the mistakes he might have made, all of that stuff.
Yep, rolling through his future basically at this point.
Mm.
Because he wouldn't. Future. It looks like a Spaceball helmet. Tynerius says.
Yeah, because
nice
Loki
reference.
wouldn't have known anything about any of this.
No.
Yeah, because this would have been after a lot of this stuff would have happened after he had left that timeline.
Yeah.
Right? And then possibly one of the more important things is that he watches the clip of where he himself dies. And he almost has a chuckle about it. Type deal, right?
Yeah, afterwards. It says something about finding clarity, which I thought was interesting. Nice prelude to what's about to happen.
So now he knows that in that timeline, he dies. And then I found it fitting that it just says end of file.
Right? I found he kind of felt like part of him didn't believe it. Like he's just like,
I think he's starting to believe the whole time, that they have the power of time and stuff, and that all this is real. He's finding out that there is no more. It's the end of the file, right? I didn't get a good clip of her coming in and stuff like that. It's very hard to do, but that lady, the Minuteman, very derogative.
Minute person.
That minute person comes in. We don't want to stir up anything. We're equal rights here. That's
no labels.
That's why we've let Grimm on. But they have a bit of a tiff. They rumble a little bit. She puts him on the table, and then he ends up grabbing that clicker. Ends up getting his collar off, which is essentially how the clickers work.
Time twister.
Yep. And he's like a snap bracelet right around her. And now she has it. He has control now. And he messes with her hardcore here.
Oh, big time.
Like, he has way too much fun.
Well, she was terribly rude right off the hop.
She was. You could see on his face how much he's enjoying.
Oh yeah,
torturing her, making her go back and forth and back. Yeah, and then eventually she ends up in the hallway, and he kind of stops. Stop. Yeah, just he enjoyed it way too much.
Yeah.
Mobius comes back in, and he's like, "Look, there's nowhere to run, man."
Well, he's got it set on disintegrate.
Yeah, he means business now. It's like they only ends one way. And Loki sits down and he finally admits that he doesn't enjoy hurting people.
Just because he has to.
Act.
Is this the act, though? Because my curiosity comes where he seemed to have that clarity at the end of his file and whatnot, and then he's super cooperative right here.
Yeah. Yeah. But at all points in time, you have to think he's the god of mischief.
Yeah. Mischievous scamp.
Mischievous scamp.
Could be an act anytime.
How many times has he pulled the passive move?
Yep.
And then somewhere down the line he twists it around. He says that it's a cruel, elaborate trick conjured by the weak to inspire fear. Essentially saying something about himself.
Yeah.
Again, how real is it? I don't know.
I don't know. After seeing that file, knowing that, this is all real and he dies,
Yeah. Well, he asks the question, I can't. He says right off. He says, "I can't go back to my timeline, can I?" He's like, "Nope."
Mm-hmm.
If he goes back to his timeline,
It
it all ends eventually for him. So he can't go back.
Hmm.
Says even the Infinity Stones are useless here. All right. It's like, hey, have you tried using that thing? Yep, several times.
Yeah.
And he says, Mobius says, a fugitive variant has been killing the Minutemen, the Minute people.
Who may it be?
Hey, we're all human. We're all human.
Yeah,
yeah.
Definitely. Loki says, and you need the God of Mischief to stop it. Right?
Or her.
But why me? Stop him or
You
her.
know him the best.
Right? Yeah, because
You
he's
know
the
him
best there ever was. And this is the moment, guys. It says the variant. This is why we need you, because the variant we're hunting.
It's your brother.
Is you. It's you, Loki. Bum bum bum.
Ah!
Wow.
Dan Comics says the helmet is kind of accurate to the comic.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's what I felt too. And I'm hoping that's where it's going. I'm pretty sure that is where it's going, but we will see. We will see. The variant is a Loki variant. Wow.
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 Didn't see that coming.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you, because I
Wow.
didn't even think to do it like his.
Oh, it's a little hands come out.
1858.
They didn't have the money to hire a villain, says Lord Tynerius.
Reminds me of the Deadpool.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, it's all CG.
Didn't have the money to hire the full crew. So we're in. Doesn't matter where we're in. Oklahoma.
Selena.
Dion.
Everybody wants to be in Selena. I hear. That's just what I heard.
Who's Selena?
Just a place in Oklahoma, my friend.
Just Selena lives in Oklahoma, and everybody wants to be in her.
Everybody.
Selena. Dirty.
Dirty. The Minutemen people, they've come to, I already forget what time it was, 1858, because there is an anomaly that they need to investigate. They see this thing right here. This
shovel.
Yeah. It's a
future shovel.
Yes, this is a futuristic shovel. How much would they have left after hiring Owen Wilson?
That's right.
Yeah, they blew their budget. They've got this thing here. They go to investigate it. One of them states that it's from the third millennium. That futuristic shovel.
Third
then he says, he's like, oh, what's this on the ground? Oil. Right? And they're like, no big deal. Essentially.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
They start to walk away, and one of them says, what's that?
I said somebody's just trying to get rich, I think is kind of what they said.
Yeah, I think so.
Travel back in time.
I think so.
Discover oil.
Yeah. Wait. Someone's out there. Who could it be?
The Hood Man.
Robert, don't you just assume.
Well, he's got a hood.
I know who it is.
Just to add a little more and get Luke on board.
Yeah. That'd be fun.
That you don't know, that could be Skywalker.
No.
Look at the rope.
Luke Wilson, you fool.
No, I'm saying that could be Luke Skywalker.
It could be.
Look at the rope.
It's not.
Also known as
I knew what he was talking about. I was segueing. Okay.
Oh, segue.
Because I show you exactly who it is.
No, it's Luke Skywalker.
A Sith Lord.
Yes, it is.
Oh, you didn't get the clip of where he's holding up the lantern.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Because he's the guy from the Led Zeppelin album cover.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I don't have your age.
I didn't even think of that. That's a good point.
All right. Rob, I guess Shotgun would know.
What's his name?
What's
the guy's name?
The Zeppelin guy?
The guy that travels down the river Styx, right? That's who's on the Led Zeppelin cover?
Yeah,
I don't know. I think so.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Doesn't matter. He's the ferryman. I'm sorry.
She drops the lantern, creates fire. All right.
Ooh.
That was a metaphor, as in like drop it about the lantern, Rob. Oops.
Drop it. Well, because
like
you know why they dropped it? Because it was hot.
Mm-hmm.
She dropped it like it's hot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
The Minutemen are on fire. They're burning up. And he literally drops it because he's hot. He dropped it.
Dropped it.
The look of terror on his face as he crawls over to activate one of the remainder time grenades. He's got 4 left after this. They come in a 6-pack.
That's right.
But the mystery being grabs it instead. And then it ends with a shot of that cape or that cloak and the fire all around. Who could it be, I wonder?
Darth Maul.
Darth Maul. Yeah.
Yep.
That's how this episode ends. I can say episode this time.
Yes.
Yeah. So, opinions, guys. Oh, Rob's showing his Zeppelin.
He's got the cape there and holding the lantern. It's hard to see on here.
It's hard to see because your
that's
phone
what
is
you're talking about, right, Rob?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez. Oh, sorry I let you guys down so hardcore.
The book goes up one.
All right. All right. Opinions? Yeah. All around opinions. Starting with Grim.
Good.
I know I just cut Shotgun off completely.
Robin. Just everybody talk at once and then I'll...
Just everybody shout at once so everyone's inaudible.
No. You know what? Go ahead, Robs.
I'm not up in...
You're shy. Don't be shy, Shotgun. How do you feel about this first issue of Loki? Why did I say issue?
It was an issue.
You blew it.
You blew it.
I blew it.
You were so close.
I think if you've been watching Nerdy Couch for a little while, you'll understand that I have no clue what I'm doing.
He has issues.
And I will make mistakes because that's who I am, okay? If you guys can't accept that, all right.
He has issues.
It's my
If you can't accept Nerdy Couch's issues, then you leave the show.
Yeah. I just found the ban button.
Oh.
So
boom. You got the X.
Test the waters, guys. Test the waters. Shotgun, you have anything to say or what?
No, actually, I was changing my mic and I got confused on who was going first.
Well, it's you.
I'm sorry.
So, what are your thoughts on this?
So, I thought it was a good intro to the show. It was really, I felt you had to pay attention or you were going to lose something. You just had to watch it. You had the kids come in and interrupt, then you had to rewind a little bit. You wanted to listen to what everybody said. And I think it's going to progress to be a lot more action in the future.
Yeah, it's definitely a little deeper than like Falcon and the Winter Soldier was type deal, right? You have to kind of it's more up here. It's little less action, but there's a lot deeper meaning to things, I think. We'll go with boobs next.
Absolutely. Boobs.
Is there boobs in the building?
Maybe.
He literally lives in the city, so
yes.
Like from the show. So you better know. You better have some thoughts.
Just existed in the TVA.
I don't know. I kind of thought Mephisto when they showed the stained glass window, but I don't know because everyone wanted him in WandaVision.
Yeah, I just think
so he might pop up.
It was a stretch. I think everybody's been specking on him so long. I don't think it's going to happen.
And definitely think this is going to lead into Doctor Strange because of the multiverse it mentions.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. I'm
not buying that Loki is trying to redeem himself by being nice. There's something up his sleeve. He knows what's going to happen, so he knows he has to help to get out of there.
That's a great point. They got him backed into a corner right now, right?
Yeah. But once he's, you need my help catching me, so he's going to team up with himself. And boom.
Just double trouble.
Multiverse, yes. That 2 variants is just going to go everywhere.
Do you have tiny hands?
Maybe.
Of course he does.
For sure. I agree with Lord certain areas. A little slow to start off with, but it was well written.
Yeah.
It was well written, I think. I don't know if it wasn't too slow for me.
No. I like the fact that the 3 Marvel shows that we've gotten thus far have all been totally different, right? Like,
and I think that's absolutely great.
They're not even on the same plane. Like, they're all completely different shows, so that's really cool. I've been enjoying that, and I've been enjoying. Like, I enjoyed all of them, and I know a lot of people kind of spat on the opening of WandaVision and whatnot, just because they felt like it was unnecessary or whatever. But I enjoyed those campy moments. Like
me and Shotgun had a discussion about that too, and it was kind of just like a bit of nostalgia.
I enjoyed it.
As for this one, I'm loving that more kind of back and forth banter and that trying to outwit the other person thing that Mobius and Loki have going on. That's fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to see what the villain is and whether it's just based on that gender fluid piece, whether it's Lady Loki or not, or
I think that would be exciting for me.
I think that'd be cool, interesting to see for sure. What else can we say about this episode?
I like to hear what you had to say there, Grim, about that speculation you had.
The speculation is the Lady Loki.
I'd like to hear about this.
Yeah, I might have stepped on his toes there with his
I'd like to
speculation.
hear about
that. But it was something. It was definitely something I was thinking too. We're on the same train there, as far as that. And I honestly think that's the way they're going to go with it. I don't know why they would show that card so prominently without I think that was a bit of a hint, right? So
I feel like it. But I mean, there was so many hints to Mephisto too. So
yeah, you're right. I just think that Marvel saw all the people specking on it, and they were like, "Yeah, we got to do something else."
Yeah, I think we're gonna get to episode 10.
What about
being the white whale of the MCU, where
it might be. Everybody's specking on that, hoping the book goes up. Tyneri says seems like they're going for a bit of a crime show vibe, which I definitely got there.
Yeah.
I think you're completely right there, which is why it's so different from those other two shows, right? This is more of an intellectual show. The first one was kind of like an emotional ride show.
Yeah, very campy, throwback stuff.
Yeah.
And then Falcon and the Winter Soldier had a lot of the action pieces, but also a lot of
the buddy cop kind of thing.
Buddy cop, and then some of that political intrigue pieces and current issue stuff. Yeah.
And now, they're doing a great job not just doing the same old thing, right? How many people would be upset that way, right? Now, I'll say this, that a lot of people that I was reading a lot of people's opinions online and stuff, and a lot of people said, "Oh, I just watched an hour-long trailer. Like, I just watched an hour of them explaining what the season's going to be about." To them, I say, that's what every first episode is.
Yeah, you got to set it up.
You got to set it up. Like, I think that there's no pleasing some people.
It's like all those people that complain about, those first movies in like a trilogy of movies where it seems slow because they're setting everything up. And I mean, you got to wait for the setup for all of the fantasticness to happen.
I mean, like, sure, there are shows and there are movies. Sorry, Rob. Sure, there are shows and stuff that start off with a bang, but most good shows need a little bit of a explanation.
We're not watching Fast and the Furious here.
Yeah.
The movies are the same way, to be honest. Like, any Avenger movie, they just don't usually get into... They got to explain what's going on, and there's scenes that take a little bit of time, and then there's action scenes. Like, every good movie has a downtime.
Mind you, Marvel's
climax.
Marvel's been really good at making those explanations of what's happening entertaining still, though. They've always been good at doing that. But like you said, every good movie has its build-up, right? Yeah. It can't all be climax.
No.
Yeah?
No.
Although I like a good climax.
A lengthy one, too.
Yeah.
And it takes a bit to get there. You got to work at it.
Yeah, you can't just climax right away, or you'll be a Minuteman like
Minuteman, yeah.
I mean, that was just a nickname.
Yeah.
Oh,
Minuteman.
It's like how when you call a big guy tiny.
Right. Oh, I see. So it's like the opposite.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Gee whiz, guys.
Picking fun.
What were you gonna say, Rob? Sorry to cut you off.
I was back. You're gonna say something, Rob? Boobs?
I was just gonna say I was getting like a Ragnarok vibe. We got to have the comedy in there. I don't think it's gonna turn serious soon.
Yeah.
I don't think the comedy's gonna stay up through the whole thing.
No, some people have said that this show has fixed a couple of plot loops in some of the earlier movies type deal. I'm not sure how, like, I would need more explanation there, but I can see them doing it because you're now dealing with time. Right? You can definitely retcon and go back and fix things that may have been a plot hole. Right?
It's like when Loki was in front of the judge and he's going, "Oh, the Avengers are the criminals here. They travel through time. They're the ones that messed up your sacred timeline." And the judge says, "No, they were supposed to do that."
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to be right back.
Just
carry on, guys. I'll be right back.
So he wasn't happy about that, I remember. It was not me.
Oh. I actually wanted to ask Grim there. Back when that girl had that little machine and Owen Wilson was showing her that guy, and he pointed at the picture and it was Satan. You wanted to say something and you didn't say it at that point. I was wondering what you were wanting to talk about.
My speculation pieces or whatever.
Yeah,
I was just because everybody was speculating about Mephisto and this and that. I've continuously felt like Mephisto is going to be that white worm that we're always chasing and waiting for, and then MCU just doesn't let it happen. Would rather us drool over the bone rather than give us the meat.
Yeah,
and
they do that.
That was just that was all I was kind of thinking about there, and the fact that I'm feeling that whole Lady Loki if they're chasing the bad guy. Also, other little pieces that I was kind of reading about when they referenced the nightmare thing, when Mobius had brought up the nightmare department. One of the big bads in Doctor Strange and stuff is known as Nightmare. So that's kind of I thought an allude to what might happen in the multiverse pieces. I'm excited about a lot of how this stuff, especially this series, is going to connect to that multiverse thing, because I feel like that's coming up fast. So they're going to make a lot of cool connections. Really.
When is Doctor Strange coming out? Was it this year or next year?
I want to say next. Let
me throw a Google
wrangle it up real quick.
So if your speculation, I was going to say, if your speculation's right, then that hooded person would be a female version of Loki.
That's what I'm going to go
set
with.
The fire.
I am curious as to why they're collecting all of those time grenades, though. Like, what's the plan there? How's that going to be utilized?
Right.
Multiverse of Madness is set for 2022.
Okay.
March. So hopefully we get it then. We're going to get more Scarlet Witch in that for sure, I'm sure.
A little bit of time before that.
Exciting. Yeah, a little bit of time. What else is coming out in between? Is there anything big coming out Marvel-wise? Like this year?
I'm not sure.
Like, I know that Black Widow is supposed to come out, but I can't see that really introducing anything multiverse-wise, because that's going to roll back. Because that's like a prequel kind of jam.
Wasn't there something coming out for...
Teresa likes your hammer.
Oh, it was nice.
Well, we got Hawkeye coming out later this year.
Is Hawkeye going to be prequel kind of jam too, or?
Hawkeye will be
Lady Hawkeye.
Oh, so like a young Avenger Hawkeye.
I think it's going to be
daughter?
I think somewhere around there.
The daughter, yeah.
Kate Bishop is going to be the star of that.
Black Panther coming out soon?
They are working on a new Black Panther, I believe. I think it's Wakanda Forever, I think is what they're going to go for.
Right.
Still, no clue where they're going to go with that. I mean, they're obviously going to make Shuri probably. I don't know if I like that.
I don't know. I think she got kicked out because of her political stance there.
Did they cancel her?
I don't know. Not yet. So I think the people were calling for it, so I don't know.
Doesn't take much nowadays.
No.
They might roll through with Michael B. then, right?
Yep, there's a good chance of that. I don't know.
And then we've got Shang-Chi. That was the other one that I was thinking of. I'm not really. I'm not familiar with Shang-Chi at all, or how that might wrap into the.
I think that's coming out this year.
I think you'd be right. It'd be right up your alley, Grim. It's like it's all about like kung fu and stuff like that. So.
Oh, I love kung fu.
Yeah. So it's
I
definitely.
I do enjoy kung fu.
Different.
Is that going to wrap its way into the multiverse pieces, like the supernatural stuff, or no?
I think I think so. I mean, why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they take everything and try to mash it together? It seems to work for them, right? Mm-hmm. The multiverse is a great opportunity for that. For sure. Just about anything can be canon now.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want and make it something, right? So
yeah, you can tie it in any way you want, really. Now, the sky's the limit. The sky's the limit.
The sky's the limit.
All right.
Apparently, Marvel did reveal that Shang-Chi has links to Doctor Strange. So.
Yep.
Oh, nice. Perfect.
Yeah, I think a lot of this stuff's all going to tie in. I think I would hope that WandaVision ties in a little bit.
Oh, absolutely it will, because
Doctor Strange.
Well, I think you're going to find at the end of Loki, it was Agatha all along.
Yeah, it was Agatha all along. What a twist! What a twist! No Mephisto. All Agatha. Why? Because if they revealed that Mephisto was it was all Mephisto, so many heads explode at that point. They can't afford to lose that many fans due to head explosions. So, yeah, too many people specking on Mephisto for them to do anything right now. So
I'm telling you,
one day,
white whale.
Yeah, it's the white whale. So, yeah, all in all, guys, I have really enjoyed this episode. I think it's got high stakes. I think it's got high. Is everybody grabbing a weapon? I am absolutely like tickled pink that we all have a weapon at arm's reach. I think you could not have planned that. Well, you could have planned that, but
but we didn't. That's
absolutely wonderful, guys.
This Camp Crystal Lake knife has cut off my limbs multiple times in one day. Brody has cut my limbs off with this every day of.
That's fathering at its best, right there.
And I just walk around on my knees and say, "I could get you all." The Mighty Python?
Yeah. Mighty Pythons. Monty Pythons.
Yeah.
He cuts his legs and his arms off. He says, "I could know you what."
I'll tell you all.
Do you want to know how I know that's good fathering? Rob's getting up there in age, and we're big guys. Getting down on crawling on your knees, that's dedication.
That's true, man.
That's dedication to your child right there, and I applaud you for that.
I'll play cards at the table now, man.
Oh, I've been over when your son's got a real creative imagination. He goes from being one superhero to the next, and then like all of them all at once.
He has all the powers.
Yeah. So
if you could pick, you would pick all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why? So, why not?
Just random digression. We've been watching a lot of the 1990s X-Men cartoon.
Awesome.
Great.
Yeah, my children have decided that my daughter is Storm. She's decided.
Good choice.
Nice.
And Storm's very extra. Like she has to yell out everything that she's doing, so that matches my daughter well.
Yeah, she could have been Jubilee there. So
Jubilee. Like, why does everybody not want to be Jubilee? Jubilee,
because in that cartoon, Jubilee is lackluster in that show.
She has sparkles.
Yeah, she's great on the 4th of July. Like,
I also have my middle son, I believe, keeps choosing Rogue. Yeah, no, it might be the older one. And then the other...
Rogue's a great choice. Like, her powers are kick-ass.
Oh, yeah. You just get to... Well, I mean, you can't ever physically contact another human being without draining them of life.
Yeah, but who needs to do that?
It's a little depressing. A little bit.
It would be fun.
And then we've got a Gambit, and they're constantly throwing cards around. So that's good times. Good times.
Bit of 52
everywhere.
I wouldn't want to wear sunglasses or like shades or something all the time.
Yeah.
Or I burn my family. I wouldn't want that either.
Obviously, I'm going with I'm Cyclopsing right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. If he didn't have those glasses on.
I won't do that.
If only we don't have the budget for effects.
Yeah.
If you didn't have those glasses on, the viewers would be in trouble right now.
Yeah.
That's right.
I think you all know who I would have chose back then. Or at least some of you might. Yeah. Schnit. Back then I would have chose him over anybody there.
For sure. We've really digressed.
He said it.
Yeah, I will wear my sunglasses that night.
Yeah, we were literally singing that song before the live show.
Next time, I'll play it.
Baron Grimm was making a good statement saying we've digressed. We've taken this show much further, much later than we normally do. I've had a great time, though. I hope everyone else has. Chit-chatting. And maybe we should do more nerdy chats where we just get to just talk about random shit. You know?
That's right.
Where we don't really have any solid topics. We just fake it till we make it. You know? Would you guys like to see that?
Let us know.
I'd love to do it. All right. Well, anything except for hockey. We can't talk about hockey.
No, we can't do that.
It's a YouTube thing.
I'm not talking.
It's a YouTube thing, Rob. We're gonna have to cut that part out. We can't talk about sports. Sports ball is not nerdy enough.
Not talking, man.
I'm gonna take the glasses off.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Stop.
Sorry.
All right.
One of these days, I will come on with no sports at all. Okay.
I don't believe that at all. I don't believe that at all. Oh, did you say Monday?
Oh, Monday. I'll come on with no sports.
Yeah. We don't have a show on Monday.
In the variant timeline.
One day when sports doesn't exist.
The multiverse is real. Yeah. Let's close this up, guys. I've had a lot of fun, but, we don't want to take up too much of people's time. Rob just took a health potion so he could go for more hours.
Oh, yeah.
But
I got this one from Fortnite.
Yep. Let's talk quickly about the Fortnite ones are blue, you dummy.
Oh,
Should have gone with D&D. Look, let's talk quickly about what we got. Threats we've got coming up. We are going to continue to cover this lovely show as it comes out every week. We'll probably stick to Sundays, give you guys lots of time to watch it so that we're not spoiling anything for you. If we are, I guess too late. But we're going to keep doing that. We're going to keep doing the Something is Killing the Children. We're going to wrap that up very shortly. Such a good series. Me and Grim, well, we'd like to do something. We'd like to do the Last Ronin. We're not sure. We're not sure when we're going to get another one of them. So, in the meantime, maybe we'll do some random stuff.
Very random.
I'm a random guy.
Yeah.
Man,
just some spontaneous shit, guys.
I got something planned, guys.
Ooh. What? What is it?
This actually scares me a little.
Yeah, so I got some characters, and I'm gonna do a little segment soon if Dan lets me. Oh yeah, you knew that a long time ago. But this is just one of them, and got some Spawn characters.
Beauty.
So I'm gonna review them on the show, I think, and show what I got.
Look forward to that. Rob picked up on auction. Shotgun picked up on auction around 40-ish.
Yeah, figures. 41 characters. Some are football, some are hockey.
I would say
some are anime, some are Spawn.
A little more than half are sports ball figures.
Yeah. This guy is like a Viking series Spawn.
Most of these are McFarlane figures.
Nice. McFarlane. So all McFarlane.
Don't give too much away, Rob.
No, I'm just showing one.
Ooh.
But yeah, there's a lot of McFarlane figures that will be showing.
Stay tuned.
Maybe doing some unboxing of some of them.
Yeah, there's some I'm gonna keep. And I'm gonna unbox some. Leave in the description what you think about unboxing figurines. Like, what are you guys thinking about that? Like, it's a ongoing debate that we have, and what do you think about collecting figurines, and what do you think about opening them up? You know?
Do you want to keep them in the packaging? We're gonna discuss that at a later date, pretty much.
I love them. I love them out.
I think that figures are something that we can all enjoy, right?
Yeah.
You know, you can see Grim there was showing some of his figures, some of his Warhammer figures. Not Warhammer, cool. Sorry.
That's
I work at a hobby shop. All right.
Wow,
figures.
Warcraft.
Perfect opportunity. Thank you, Rob. Wow, his wow figures.
Wow.
Just everybody doing that from now on. So, yeah, we all got our nerdisms, and they make figures about everything. I know Todd McFarlane, one of the most respected figure makers out there, and they make figures. They make figures about everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The horror figures that Todd McFarlane has are beautiful. His Spawn figures are beautiful. Like, I love Todd McFarlane's figures are amazing. Amazing.
See, I was pretty excited because I got other things. Like, I got this Patrick Wall, and he's not Todd McFarlane. So when I went on to this auction and I saw Todd McFarlane, I gotta really say I geeked out.
He got a bit of a nerd boner.
I geeked out really bad. No, not like Dan. Like, my wife and I talked about this, and she thought Dan left last night with a nerd boner. But I didn't get that
pants
far.
Were tighter, but
yeah, man, they're pretty stacked.
Yes, but here's the thing. Okay, what you guys don't understand is Rob's on the auction, and he's like, "Oh, blah 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 blah," and he's like, "Oh, Spawn figures. I bet you Dan's gonna be super jealous." He
played off of his jealousy.
He literally told me that he bid on things just because I would be jealous.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He got it.
That's what brothers do. All right. Anyway,
stay tuned because you'll see some of these things and you'll know why Dan is pretty jealous. And who knows? Maybe you'll see some of him in his background one day.
Yeah, you probably will, like next week.
Yeah, maybe.
Anyways, guys, we are just going to wrap it up here. Okay?
Oh, we're just going on all night.
No,
all night.
We're not doing a telethon.
Gotta work tomorrow.
We're not doing a nerdathon. We are going to simplify whether Shotgun likes it or not. We're leaving.
All right.
I'm leaving, man.
You're waiting.
I saw this. Guys.
I saw this on TikTok, and that's how I'm signing out.
Really? Like you couldn't have gotten any more classy. All right, do it again.
Oh, he disappeared. The heck?
Take care, guys. Bye-bye now. He's back.
He's reappeared. Oh my God.
I got my Tesseract.
Bye, guys. Rock out.
Where'd he go?
Cut the show.